Hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy Stack City. And listen, man, you can't be the Cowboys and the football team. You can't be the Red Sox and the Yankees. You can't be the Celtics and the Lakers. Hey, LG, tell them what they got to do.
Pick a side.
They got to pick a side, man. It's mandatory. They got to pick a side. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to pick a side. And today's random question for the day is with my boy LG and my boy Barbershop P. As always, listen, they both got their pen and their paper ready. They both got their pen and their paper ready. So I'm going to ask them this question right here about the NBA. The NBA. Out of all the current NBA All-Stars, not necessarily those who were voted in the All-Star game this year, but All-Star caliber players. Of all the current NBA All-Star level and caliber players, the top tier players in the NBA, right? Tell me who, in your opinion, is the most overrated NBA All-Star caliber player. Who's the most overrated? Like, they're an All-Star level player, but in your opinion, they're overrated. Like, they're not as good as everybody makes it seem like they are. Who's the most overrated? Who's the most overrated NBA player? 5.
That might have been. I didn't need the countdown.
3, 2. P like everybody. Full disclosure. P likes everybody. That's why it's hard for him. 2, 1. I see your answer, LG. Let's go.
Sorry, man.
Oh, man. Y'all chose the same person.
We said the same thing, P.
You got to choose somebody else. LG went first. So you got to choose somebody else, man.
We chose the same person, P.
You got to choose somebody else. He said it first, though. We can't have a show both of y'all talking about the same person.
I don't know, bro.
We started over. 5, 4.
Hey, he like everybody, Stack.
I know. I said that already.
Hard for me, bro.
He like everybody. 3, 2.
He got love for everybody, cuz.
He even apologized before he showed his answer. He apologized.
Okay, I'll change mine.
I really don't know, bro.
If P can't think of one, I can change mine.
No, we putting the pressure on P. He got to change his.
He can't think of one.
P got to change his.
Yeah,
okay.
I gotta change mine.
He got to pick a side, right, Stat?
He got to pick a side.
Who's the most overrated that I own?
Hey, Stat, you would think that you had this man some kind of math question or something.
Bro, like I'm really trying to think, bro. I'm like, dang, bro, you guys is nice, like, bro.
No disrespect. We're not talking about nobody personally. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
I know.
They just overrated though.
Dang, P, I can think of a couple. God, dog, P, you're an NBA head. Come on, P.
I know, bro. I can't believe I'm struggling so bad with this. Like, I don't understand what's going on right now.
Just who do you think gets a little more credit than what they should?
Too much attention. Too many All-Star votes. Too many something. Too much something. P making this a long video.
Amongst people.
Hey, look, P gonna make this a long video.
I know, man. I know.
Not just because
the names are mentioned amongst people they shouldn't be mentioned with.
LG, P making this a long video not because of the explanations, because he can't decide.
He can't pick a side. Oh, he can't pick a side. This is our first can't pick a side on pick a side.
I know, bro. We had the same answer, like, bro, like. All right.
I was too quick for you.
And this is gonna suck. I
was too quick. Come on, P. It's all right. We just talking.
And this is my guy.
AD. Okay.
Wow.
Talk about it. About it.
Whoa.
Only reason I'm gonna say AD is because we've only seen one sample size of him winning, and that's with Bron in LA now. And I know Bron wouldn't be winning without him neither. But just AD's injury history. Listen, like me and my brothers have this argument all the time about AD and Blake Griffin because I'm a huge Blake Griffin fan. And people probably like, what, Blake Griffin? Like, bro, Blake Griffin he had his moment, especially in his prime. But anyway, I always felt like AD could, like, people always say, oh, he's the best in the league. He's the best in the league. He can do this, he can do this. But we've seen Steph with so-called not that much help or leading his own team You know what I'm saying? And win games. We've seen James Harden doing it his own right. We've seen a lot of guys do with what, you know what I'm saying, and like have the accomplishments and everything that AD always has gotten since going back to New Orleans and the All-Star voting and all of that, but he really doesn't have the pedigree as far as like the playoff wins and all of that stuff behind him. Like AD's been in the league for not a long time, but you know what I'm saying, he can be considered AD a vet now, and that was last year was what, his second time in the playoffs. And with the way people talk about AD's talent, like the caliber of talent he has, like you would think him being that great alone would at least be able to slide you into the AC, you know what I'm saying? Which is tough in the West, but like, come on, bro. Dame did that without CJ McCollum. Dame did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, James went to Houston with no Dwight. He did that. Yeah.
Dame did that without CJ?
He had CJ, but CJ was hurt. CJ was hurt. Just like right now, they're balling and CJ's been hurt. Like, CJ ain't played like that.
No. Dame made the postseason without CJ before?
Yes, but I'm saying due to injury, but like CJ really didn't play. But yeah, he did. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so AD has never really won or even put his team in the playoffs over the top, except for that one time when he had Boogie and, you know what I'm saying, Rajon Rondo. And I always felt like, you know,
when he swept Dame in Portland.
Yeah, they did. Okay. They did. And they got put out in a ugly fashion the next series, but that's neither here nor there. But
who?
I can't even remember. Who was it?
Golden State Warriors.
It was Golden State, yeah. But still, they still had a squad, bro. Like, I don't care. At that time, you had Rondo, you had AD, you had Boogie, you had Drew Holiday, and you had Clay, Steph, and Draymond and the Warriors. Like, that was a pretty even matchup. Like, not necessarily, you know, like far as like skill level wise, you can put like, I feel like.
But you do know the Warriors swept Bron and the Cleveland Cavaliers too, right? With Kevin Love and Kyrie.
Man, they was, bro. Like, come on, man. They did that when they had KD. I'm talking about base Golden State before.
And you
KD.
do know Golden State. You do know Golden State swept Portland too.
Listen, I'm not taking nothing from Golden State, but I'm just saying AD didn't even accomplish certain things that I felt like he should have accomplished with his talent level on the offensive defensive end. Like, that I felt like the people, he was getting so much praise and adulation. I'm like, I just don't see it. Like, even now, I love AD, but he's been hurt. Like, that's his whole thing. Like, AD is always hurt. And that would be my only thing that I could even possibly hold against him, because his skill level is through the roof. And you saw how hard it was for me. But I feel like for as much as AD always get praised, I don't feel like prior to last year, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't really done much NBA watch to really show that. Like, not even like a lot of top 5 MVP finishes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man.
That sounded a lot like you could have went with Kyrie too. That actually sounded a lot like Kyrie also, what you said about AD.
All right, talk to us about the Greek Freak. You put the Greek Freak, LG, talk to us.
Greek Freak, look, I wrote this down as soon as Stack said it. I thought it was the easiest one, which is probably why Pete eventually said Greek Freak too. Man, look, I mean, he done won MVP twice. Last year, we always talk about Nash shouldn't have won over Kobe and Nash shouldn't have won over Shaq. Greek Freak shouldn't have won over Bron last year, but COVID happened, and so it interrupted Bron's strong finish. And then he shouldn't have won the Defensive Player of the Year over AD last year. And what does Greek Freak always do? He gets to the postseason. He's never made the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, he'll get to the postseason and get beat. Kawhi Leonard and them boys put a wall up. You would think, okay, last year a team put a wall up, so this year I'm gonna make adjustments. What do he do the next year? Miami Heat put a wall up, beat them in 5. They beat them in 5, and the game they won, Greek Freak didn't even play, which means they actually swept Greek Freak. So, man, listen, I just think in Stack City, I know he's one of your favorite players, but what you say about Zion is what we can say about Greek. He got to get a jump shot. He's just really physical. What Harden say about him last year? James Harden said he has no skills. I mean, so, like, he's just a big guy who can power himself to great numbers in the regular season. But once a coach says, hey, let's just put a wall up and make him shoot the ball or make him pass to the teammate, we can beat the Bucks. And he's got all these great individual accolades, but never sniffed a title or came close to sniffing a title. So
the Greek
that's
Freak,
why I thought Greek Freak was easy.
The Greek Freak at least gets his team to the playoffs.
Hey, City's a Greek Freak fan, y'all. By the way, he loves Greek Freak.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zion is gonna get his team to the playoffs. I don't know if he's ever gonna do it. But anyway, the Greek Freak at least gets them there. He at least gets them there. You know what I mean?
Hey,
All right,
Hey,
skip.
hey, move
skip,
Milwaukee
skip
to the
City.
west. Move Milwaukee to the west. They don't make the playoffs.
Hey, when City talk about Zion, his name is Skip City.
Call it what you want to. Call it what you want to. Call it what
Hey,
you
we
want
gotta skip
to.
the city, don't we? We gotta
My
skip the
answer-
city and
Yes,
go to the
sir.
next city.
My answer for this question
Yes,
is
sir.
Zion. All right, that's it. The man's the most overrated player to come out in the past 45 years, 50 years in NBA history. But anyway, he's a great person. I'm sure he is. You know, had a great
Come
upbringing. The
on,
most
City.
overrated player in
Come
the
on,
past 50
City.
years. That's
People
a
not
different
gonna
type of
watch pick a
Greek
player.
Freak
side
leads
because
the
this
league in airball
foolishness.
free
Come on,
throws.
City. People not
Huh?
gonna watch pick a side because this foolishness, man. They ain't gonna think we know what we
Greek
talking
Freak
about.
leads the league in free throw airball free throws. Greek Freak leads the league in airball free throws, bro.
Hey, listen, so that's y'all answers. Y'all sticking to it. You got AD, you got the Greek Freak. I got Zion. But anyway,
We really
Hey.
got Greek Freak and Greek Freak if we want to be real about it. Yeah.
so who's better between Greek Freak and Zion? Who's gonna have a better overall career when both of their times are up? When both of them are
think
retired.
Zion.
Listen.
Zion's already
I
a better
think Zion
playmaker.
I think Zion exactly, and
He's already a better playmaker.
So
Zion's
Zion,
already better at making.
Zion's gonna do
Zion's
more,
already better at making his teammates better than Greek Freak is. Already.
and they're in 11th place in the West. 11th place.
In the West.
Yeah, in the West. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's your point?
In year two.
They're not in the playoffs.
In year
Let's
two.
not act like-
How long Greek Freak been playing?
He's only
Come on.
25.
He had some
He's only like
dog years in
26.
Milwaukee.
He's only 26.
But he had some
5,
dog
25,
years in
26.
Milwaukee though.
Tell him, P. Tell
He
him,
had some
P.
dog years in Milwaukee though.
He had some what?
Yeah.
He had some what?
He had some dog years where they were struggling. Like
Yeah,
everybody
he
got
went
you gotta
next
give
to
him
year
time,
two.
man.
Greek Freak
Zion-
wasn't what Zion is in year two.
And Zion, like, has made his team worse
Greek
since
Freak
last year.
Look, Greek Freak wasn't what.
Greek Freak just became
no
Greek
proof.
Freak the last 3 seasons.
Past two and a half seasons, he was the MVP the past 2 seasons. Zion ain't winning no
I'm saying he
MVPs,
just
man.
became the Greek Freak the past 3 seasons.
Zion ain't winning no MVPs, much less back to back.
Hey,
Hey,
on
man.
my mama, Zion winning the MVP,
Hey,
bro.
That's coming up. That's coming up
listen,
later. That's coming up later.
If Pelicans was in top 5 playoff race right now, Zion would be an MVP. It would be in the MVP race based off what he's doing.
Zion is not the best player on his
He's
team.
an all-star year
He's not the
two.
best player on his team.
He's an all-star year two.
Yes, he is.
He's an
the
all-star
best
year two.
athlete.
I'm gonna put it out there.
He's the best athlete.
In
He's
the
not
next
the best
year, in
skill.
the next year, it's gonna be unquestioned. He's better than Brandon Ingram in the next year. Watch.
No, he's not. And no, it won't.
Watch.
He's
And
already.
if they
He's
can't
already
get
taking the ball out of Brandon
they
Ingram's
can't-
hand.
if they can't
City.
get to the playoffs, with Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson and Lonzo Ball, what more do you need? Like, what more do you need? I don't care that it's the West. You're
Lonzo
supposed to have
Ball.
all this
But
talent.
They're gonna get
Supposed to have all this talent.
Don't do that to
Don't
my
say
dog
that.
Lonzo. Wait,
I
don't
just
do
did
that
it.
to my dog
I just
Lonzo.
did it.
Don't do that
I
to my
just
dog
did it.
Lonzo.
I just
That's
did it.
terrible. You just
did
answered
it,
the
man.
question. You just answered the question. Hey,
Don't
but
do
Stack
that to
City.
my dog Lonzo,
Stack
man.
I
City.
just did
Listen,
it, man. Them boys
you know they
overrated.
you know they
Them
vote in
and
the
I like
All-Star.
Ingram. I
You know
like
they vote in the
Ingram.
All-Star. You know they vote in the All-Star guards and forwards, right? You only can select so many guards, so many forwards, right? What position do Ingram play?
What's your point, bro? What is your point?
He's already better than Ingram. He got selected as an All-Star forward. Ingram did not. Case closed.
HOODLAMB. HOODLAMB. Hoodlamb Apparel. That's because the voters don't know what they're talking about. And I might not neither, but that's my opinion and I'm standing on it. Listen, HOODLAMB. Hoodlamb Apparel. You know, go to the website, go to the IG, buy you a hoodie, buy you a tee. Hey, listen, Pete, if the people don't watch the show because I'm saying Zion ain't no good basketball player, that's on them, man. I'm picking a side. I'm bold enough to pick a side.
Hey, man.
That's the side I'm sticking to. If you don't want to pick a
They don't
side
think we don't
and
know
you
what we
want to
talking about,
shame me
man.
because I don't know what I'm talking about, then guess what? I ain't gonna say what I want to say. We out of here, bro. We out of here.
Don't do it. Don't bring out that guy. Don't bring him out yet. Don't bring him out. That's
Right.
Black Hoodie stack. That's Black Hoodie stack.
That's Cackalack stack. That's Cackalack stack.
Yeah. That's Black Hoodie stack. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. We out of here.
Yes, sir.